Hello and welcome. My name is Michael Alfano. I'm the Instructional Technology Coach for the Peekskill City School District, and in this video I'm going to be giving you an introduction to WeVideo. Here on the screen we have a training clip that I've created. The first thing we're going to do is go ahead and watch the clip. Alright, so there's a quick 10-second clip that we made, and what we're going to do is we're going to delete everything in just a moment and recreate this in this live video. So before we do that, just a few bits of vocabulary to go over. So down here at the bottom of the screen, we have what's called the timeline. And the timeline is made up of timestamps across the top. We have what's called the playhead here. And then we have different tracks. We can have as many tracks as we'd like, and tracks have a precedence order from low to high, meaning whatever is on the track on the top will be showing the highest or the most front-facing on our video. Anything on the lower ends will be showing behind what's above it. Over in this area here, we have the preferences where we can look at different media, text, audio, transitions, backgrounds, and more. And on the right side here, we have our preview pane, which is where we can actually see our video live as we edit and preview as needed. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to highlight and delete everything in our video. We're going to start completely from scratch, and I'm going to take the playhead here and drag that all the way to the beginning. So the first thing we had was some introductory text. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over to the text tab, and then I'm going to scroll down so that I can find that same exact text animation. And what's great about WeVideo and a lot of other programs is they have some built-in animations and text, so we don't have to build everything completely from scratch. So here we're going to take the motion text and we're going to just click and drag down to the track that says text. And if we wanted to, up here we can click and we can preview exactly what this is going to look like. So now we have this down into the timeline. We've added our first bit of our video. What we can do is we can either click the play button over here, or for the rest of the video, I'm going to be using the space bar to pause and play so we can see what's going on. So right now we see our animation, we don't have any custom text yet, and we don't have anything coming after it just yet. So what we're going to do here is double click to edit our text. You will see that there are two different tabs across the top here. We have the Properties and we have the Transform tab. For now, we're only going to be working in the Properties tab. Along with the option to change the color palette, we can now change the different bits of text that are preloaded into this animation. So here we're going to put video editing with WeVideo, and we're going to hit Save Changes. Now we can grab the playhead, bring it back to the beginning, and I'm going to hit the space bar to preview. So there we have it. We just customized our first bit of text animation in our video. The next thing we had in our clip was a breaking news intro, and that was a video that we pulled from the stock media. Again, these are built right into WeVideo. In the search field, I'm going to type news, and I'm going to scroll down and select the breaking news animation. I can click to preview, and this is now what we are going to bring into our project. So we simply click and drag, and in this case I'm going to bring this onto the video track, and you'll notice before I let go the playhead moves with it, and these will snap once they are aligned. So even though they're not on the same track, if I just scrub back a little bit and hit play, you'll notice that one clip transfers right into the other very nicely and smoothly. If there was any space left in between, such as this, we would see if we preview there will be some blank space before the next clip starts. So that's why it's important that we want to drag these and make sure they snap together so we don't have any blank or dead space in our video production. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to crop this video down because it is quite long. If we look at the timestamps across the top, this brings us all the way out to 13 seconds, and we're trying to keep this video under 10. So what I can do is single click on this video here, and then at the edge my mouse will turn into double arrows, and I can simply click and drag and I can resize this here. So I'm going to bring this down to about the 5-second mark. And now we have just a few seconds of that breaking news intro. So again, a quick preview. What I'm noticing too, and this is where video editing can be a little intricate, I noticed a very quick flash of a screen being black as these two transitioned between one another. If we look again, we'll see that there is a quick bit of black because of that transition. So what I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to take this breaking news clip and I'm actually going to overlap it a little bit with our video introduction. So I'm going to put it right about there. And what we're going to notice now is when we change from WeVideo, I'm dragging this playhead. As that transition happens, we'll notice there's a bit of a transition, and then we jump right into the breaking news. It's going to happen quick enough that we probably won't see it too much. Let's take a look. There you have it. So now we have a really nice smooth transition between our two clips, and the next thing we're going to do is add that footage of our news anchor. So again, under stock media, I'm going to look up news anchor, and we'll see if we can find that same clip. Here's the one. We can click it to preview. Again, this clip, all of the animations are pre-built right into the stock media. These are free to use, and I'm going to take this and drag it right onto the timeline, and I'm going to make sure that snaps right after the breaking news intro. If I back my playhead up a touch just to preview, we'll see that it goes right into our breaking news. Again, this clip, if I scroll, is now out to 14 seconds. I want to bring this down to closer to 10 seconds. So I'm going to stop this right at the 10-second mark for now. And now I know that my entire video, if I click over here and bring the playhead to the beginning, my entire video right now is at exactly 10 seconds. All of my transitions seem smooth, and the video will end at exactly 10 seconds. From this point, we have two more things to add before we get to that final product. The first was some audio. And what we're going to do is use some audio built in so that we can add some sound and some excitement to this video. So across the top, we'll click Audio, and we're going to look for the Epic Action Trailer. So that's right here. I'm going to click once to preview if I'd like. That seems like a very, very intense bit of audio, and I think that's perfect for breaking news. We can see here that the entire clip is just over 1 minute and 9 seconds, so I'm going to drag that down to where it says audio. You'll notice that this turns red on either of the other two. I'm going to bring this down to the audio track and make sure that's snapped to the beginning of our timeline. So now we've added our audio to the timeline, but as you can see, the audio extends pretty far past the end of the video content. And if we start to scroll, you'll notice that the timeline is moving in very small increments here. So it's going to take me quite a while to get to the end of this, which is 1 minute and 9 seconds. So rather than scrolling really, really fast like this, all the way to the end and trying to find it, and then bring it all the way back, What we can do is we can use the zoom feature on the timeline, which is at the bottom right. So I'm going to bring myself back to the beginning of our timeline. Now that I'm at the beginning of the timeline, what I find most helpful is to put the playhead about halfway on our clip, which is about 5 seconds here. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm going to drag this slider here so that we can resize our timeline. And what this is doing is essentially we're zooming out so that we can see all of our media in one bird's eye view. This is not actually changing how long the media is, it's just resizing so that we can see everything better. So from here, I can now click and drag the end of our audio clip, and I can bring it all the way until it snaps at the 10-second mark with our video. And now that everything is nice and neat in our 10 seconds, I can now again move this about into the middle, and I can zoom in once again so that I have a better view of what we're editing. The last thing that we had was a transition out of our video. So if you remember, once the news anchor clip was finishing, it actually faded out until the screen was completely black, rather than quickly jumping from news anchor to a blank screen. So to do that, we go to the Transitions tab. We're going to use the Dip to Black transition, and if we click that, we can see a preview of what that looks like. We have a clip that dips down into blackness, and if there were another clip, it would fade back out, but in this case we're using it at the end of our media, so we're just fading the video out. So what I will do is click and drag until this is on top of our news anchor video. You'll see that this turns green, and we will see this gray bit of transition here. So if we back this up a little bit and hit play, you'll notice that the video faded out instead of abruptly stopping. If I wanted to change the fade time, I can click this gray box here, and I can change the duration to longer, and I will make this 4 seconds just for demonstration purposes, and click return or enter on my keyboard. You'll notice how much longer that gray bar got, and now if I back this up and hit play, now that was a 4-second transition out of our video. In our example, that's going to be a little too long, so I'm going to set that to just 1 second. And that's it. If we now play this back, this is exactly what we started with at the beginning of our video. Let's go ahead and hit play. And there you have it. We just edited our first video using WeVideo. The last step here is going to be to export our video, which is a process that the software uses to put all of these video components together into one file so that we can view it or share it with others. To export this video, we're going to click on Finish. We're going to choose a thumbnail here. Name it if we'd like. We're going to export a video in high definition, and we will choose the WeVideo download option. And for the purposes of our video, we will make this export public, meaning that anyone with this link can view our video and they do not need to log in. Then we click Export. What's nice about WeVideo is this will all be taken care of in the cloud. So you do not have to keep your computer on while this process happens. You don't even have to keep this tab open. As it says on the screen, you can close this window and you will receive an email when your video is ready. Do keep in mind that video exporting is one of the most challenging tasks for a computer. So the fact that this is being done on WeVideo servers means that we're saving a lot of our own computing power. Do keep in mind though that the length of your video, the resolution of your video, and the number of media clips, edits, transitions, and other components all factor into how long this will take to actually render and finalize. What we're going to do now is cut the video, and we will come back when we have our email. So here we are in my email. We are now looking at the WeVideo email notification, letting us know that our video is ready and finalized. We can go ahead and click on this link here, and we'll now be brought to the WeVideo landing page for our video. We have a number of details along the bottom here, and we have several options such as sharing to Classroom, editing the name and description, changing that thumbnail, changing the privacy of our video, adding this to our gallery, downloading the video, deleting the video, and sharing with social media, or sharing the link and embed code. To close out this video, we will do one final viewing of our video from the WeVideo landing page. There you have it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful, and I hope that you are inspired to create some WeVideos of your own. Take care.